You relive it when the term Zionist is tossed around as a profanity, a label for something other than what it truly means, believing in the right of Jewish people, like all people, to determine their own future.
Wow. So when Vladimir Jabotinsky was talking about Zionism, he obviously said that it just means the right for Jewish self-determination, right? Oh, no, that's right. He said it was a colonization adventure. Oh, that's right. The founder of Israel acknowledged that Zionism was about ethnic cleansing of indigenous people from their land to steal their country, quote unquote, away from them. The founder of Zionism understood that they had to dispossess millions of people if they were to establish a national home for Jewish people in the land of Palestine. But hey, you know, machine politicians like Justin Trudeau can obviously espouse this flowery rhetoric about Zionism being just the right for Jewish self-determination. That's so weird. Not even the founders of Israel agree with him. Not even the founders of Zionism agree with him. But okay, cool, go off, bro.
This government supports and always will. No one in Canada should ever be afraid to proudly call themselves a Zionist.
We proudly support your right to call yourself a Nazi, okay? Nazis have a right to self-determine. We are appalled and pearl-clutching at the idea that Nazism is bad and that it's not a safe place for Nazism. But we in Canada will always accept the Nazis. Always. Thank you. Good night.
Since our women, our children, our old people were hunted down in their beds, burned to death, beheaded, raped, and shot.
Look at this. This is the president of Herzlstan still repeating all the lies about October 7th. Must do more October 7th lore. Typical Herzlstanian. Try not to get in front of television and repeat massive lies that have been debunked. Challenge impossible.
A year since the gathering of our beautiful young people turned into a scene of carnage, torture, and death. A year since hundreds of our people were brutally...
Yeah, which was a situation of your making and choosing and engineering. Did you know that the most, this is what's so crazy. Most of the civilians that died on October 7th were mowed down by Apache gunship helicopters commandeered by the Occupation Diaper Force, who not only occupied Palestine, they occupied their diapers with a shitload of poopies and dookies. Goebbels would have been so proud. I know, think about that. Think about how the Nazis and the Zionists are like kindred spirits.
Dragged into captivity, dead and alive. And we must be honest, here, now, when the passage of time should be able to offer comfort and some sense of closure, the earth shakes still. Our wounds still cannot fully heal because...
The earth shakes. When he says the earth, what he means is his diapers and his boots, because they're shaking in their boots over there. Wait, why? I have a question, Mr. President. Why is your Prime Minister hiding underground right now?
They are ongoing. Because hostages are still being tortured, executed, and dying in captivity. Because they and their families are still living in the loss and the terror of October 7th, right at these very moments. Because tens of thousands of families still cannot return home. In many senses, we're all still living the aftermath of October 7th. It is everywhere in our country. It is also in the anti-Semitism that came charging forward throughout the world in the wake of the war with Hamas. It is in the ongoing threat to the Jewish state by Iran and its terror proxies.
We are the victims in all circumstances. We are always the victims. We could never not be the victims. Everyone hates us, but it's definitely not our fault. It's like, maybe it's a tiny bit my fault. No, it couldn't be. Am I right, or is the entire international community wrong? No, it's definitely them.
Who are blinded by hatred and bent on the destruction of our one and only Jewish nation state. It is in the tangible...
That's right, the one and the only. The one and the only Jewish state. The only country on earth that is a literal cult, that is a literal religious cult. The only country on earth that says we are a master race predicated on religious ideology, and this is our national territory. M. Yisrael Chai, Sky Daddy said so, the miracle book told me. And I love Marandi, Dr. Marandi's speech from Iran, or the Iranian professor, Dr. Marandi. We've been watching him. He's been popping up with some bangers, and he's talking about how, we don't believe in chosen people. Sorry. We don't believe that there's some master race. We believe all people are created equal. There's not one race of people that's better than the other. That's Nazi. And, you hear it time and time again.
Fear, uncertainty, and anxiety about the future. All of these are here with us still. But friends, the divider we can create in time so as to remember still carries so much meaning. This time, 1 year later, is an invitation to come close to the pain and the grief, to look at it with open eyes and open hearts, remembering what we have lost, which reminds us also who we are. We are a people with the power to keep standing up again and again against hatred, to get back on our feet from the ashes of tragedy, to fight and to survive, to heal and to rebuild. And in truth, this year of so much heartbreak.
The victim mentality, man. It's so gross. These people are so gross.
Devastation, which has plagued Jew, Muslim, Christian, Druze in my nation, and Jews all over the world, and other friends. This year has compelled us to return to the core truths of our peoplehood. It has compelled us to reconnect with one another and to recommit ourselves to the path of self-deflection.
The path of self-deflection? Yeah, that sounds about white of you Herzl-Stanians. Of course you're going to deflect and divert. Wait, what are you talking about?
Of self-deflection, collective responsibility.
I think he's trying to say self-reflection, but there's no self-reflection. I don't even think they have that word in the gibberish lexicon. Excuse me, in their gibberish language, they don't have that word reflection. There's no such thing as self-reflection. He couldn't even get it out. He had to say self-deflection, which is more apropos.
To the path of self-deflection, collective responsibility, and social justice that are the spiritual legacy of our people.
Oh my God, there's no depth too low for these people. He's talking about 3 religions. Yeah, exactly. Muslim Christianity. He even said the Druze. And correct me if I'm wrong, the Druze are in the Golan Heights, which Israel is illegally occupying, okay? That's not their people. In fact, the Druze hate Israel, and they protested Netanyahu when he came to give a speech in the wake of Majd al-Shams, that massacre, which was an errant misfiring of an Iron Dome defense missile that struck a park, a soccer park, in a Druze neighborhood. So it's funny that he mentions the Druze.
We really have been there for one another this year in beautiful expressions of love and solidarity. We have not abandoned our deep longing and aspiration for peace with our neighbor. And we hold on to this intention still, even as we insist that we as Jews deserve to feel safe and to be safe, regardless of where on earth we may live. So my friends, we will emerge from this difficult time and we will overcome the hatred and we will rebuild with a vital spirit.
He's like, we have not done enough. We need to do more.
That has defined us. We will come together to recover again and again. And
he did say Jews. Yeah, he said Jews too. Yeah, they don't know Judaism. They're flaming anti-Semites. They're flaming anti-Jew. I pause because that word anti-Semite, which I don't even want to say that word anymore because it's so misleading. There's all these assumptions about it already baked into the word. It's become devoid of any meaning, really. Judeophobe. There we go. LOL, I can't help but giggle when the Israel Twitter page posted a video of Iran missiles lighting the sky up with the captions like, "This is not normal." Yeah, I know, I saw that too. Like, I have been seeing the most horrific images of children rent asunder, and you think Iran standing up to people doing that to those children will render my sympathy for you? For real, though. And another tell is that they said, oh no, the mission was a failure. The Iranian missile strike was a failure. They didn't kill any of our civilians. It's like, wait, that wasn't their goal. They're actually a functioning state. They don't try to just kill civilians outright. That's not a goal. So I know that that's how you measure success, Herzl Stan, by how many civilians did you kill. But, a Chad-like country like Iran doesn't target civilians, defenseless civilians, women and children. They actually have, military objectives. They actually have depth to their strategy. You know what I mean? Like, they're adults. They're not a fake settler colony that has no justification except for a monopoly on violence in order to legitimate itself and perpetuate itself, and pursues a policy of ethnic cleansing and starting wars of aggression with every one of its neighbors around them. They're completely encircled. They're like a scared little child. No wonder they want to blow up so many babies. They are a baby. They see themselves and their enemy, so they have to to get rid of all the crying children. You know, that's a big threat. Okay, that's why they wear diapers.
We'll rebuild, inspired by the courage of bravery and the beauty of everyone we lost.
Bravery.
We will not stop believing that a better world is possible. I would like to end
You couldn't even get through that, President Herzog.
words with a prayer and hope in this spirit, that we find strength and receive the blessing of peace. Adonai oz la'amo yiten, Adonai yevarech et amo b'shalom.
Oh, God bless you. Shit, you got some in my eye. I wish you would say it, don't spray it, President Herzog. Okay, if you got phlegm in your throat, like, I don't know, use a tissue or something. But that got all over in my face, and now I can smell the bagel schmutz from your breath, and it's debilitating. I'm gonna throw up now. All right, from one demon to another. Sorry, but we'll see.
לפני שנה, ב-7 באוקטובר, כולנו הוטלנו למערכה גורלית.
Did Satan get a haircut?
היום הזה, שבת שמחת תורה, יחקק בתולדות עמנו.
Here comes more October 7th, Lori. Are y'all ready?
ביום של כאב ואובדן, ושל תוגה בל תתואר. ביום הזה, מפלצות החמאס הסתערו על יישובינו, על אחינו ואחיותינו, שיקרים כל כך לליבנו.
He's got a yellow ribbon, a blue and white fake flag on his suit there. He just needs one red triangle above his head. Right there.
הם רצחו וחטפו תינוקות וילדים,
Here we
מבוגרים
go.
וזקנים. הם התעללו, פצעו, אנסו, שרפו,
Sure.
זכרם של אזרחינו חללי
Sure thing, bro.
את הטרור, וזכר נופלינו הגיבורים משורות צה"ל וזרועות הביטחון יהיה נצור בקרבנו לעד. ב-7 באוקטובר הוטלנו למערכה גורלית, אבל לא הוכרענו. ההפך הוא הנכון. אנחנו אלה שפועלים להכריע ולהרתיע את אויבינו, וכפי שקרה לא פעם בתולדות ישראל.
Hey, shouldn't you be running clumsily to your next meeting? You're late.
דווקא ברגעי הקושי,
whatever.
פורצים מתוכנו כוחות פנימיים כבירים. התייצבנו יחד להגנת ארצנו, להגנת מולדתנו. גייסנו תעצומות רוח אדירות.
What do you have in mind to do with his ears? Now I kind of have to know. Dude, he's got some elephant ears. Those are some... You could spin a record in them things. He's got a huge ear pussies.
הגדרנו את מטרות המלחמה ואנו מממשים אותן. מיטוט שלטון החמאס, החזרת כל חטופינו הביתה. החיים והחללים כאחד.
You still, a year later, can't bring the hostages home? What incompetent loser you are. Wait, are you televising this from underground? Did you have to go into underground just for fear of your life?
משימה קדושה שלא נרפה ממנה עד שנשיגה. סיכול של כל איום עתידי מעזה על ישראל והשבת תושבי הדרום והצפון בבטחה לבתיהם.
They will never say the word Palestine, do they? They always say Gaza. They say Gaza and they say Judea Samaria. These people are so cooked, man. They're so over. We got your number, dude. It's go time, okay? Your days are numbered.
כל זאת אנחנו עושים מתוך ערבות הדדית שאין דומה לה בקרב.
Thermite charges in each ear canal. Now that's something.
בשעת מבחן עליונה הוכחנו שוב. אנחנו עם הנצח.
It's so
עם שנלחם
Jover.
להביא אור לעולם. עם שחותר להפצת הטוב ולמיגור הרוע. עם כלביא יקום וכארי יתנשא. בכל מפגש שלי ושל רעייתי עם לוחמינו, עם פצועינו, עם המשפחות השכולות, אנחנו שומעים שוב ושוב את אותו המסר. אסור להפסיק את המערכה בטרם עת.
We mustn't stop the war premature. Of course, that's what he's gonna say. Gotta keep it going.
האויב
He's
מאיים
so
על קיומנו
cooked.
ועל שלום מדינתנו, נוסיף להילחם. כל עוד חטופינו בעזה, נוסיף להילחם. לא נוותר על אף אחד ואחת מהם. אני לא אוותר. כל עוד אזרחינו לא שבו לבתיהם בבטחה, נוסיף להילחם. נוסיף להילחם, וביחד ננצח. וכשננצח, לא רק למעננו, אלא למען הדורות הבאים, למען האנושות כולה. נבנה את חבלי התקומה בהיקף גדול פי כמה. האחיזה בשורש תצמיח מחדש את עץ החיים. ללי דרעי,
His ears are Hamas tunnels. I know.
אמו של סעדיה, זיכרונו לברכה, שנפל בקרב, אמרה, צל הוא לא חושך, צל הוא סימן שיש אור מאחור. גם אם הר היגון מסתיר את האור, כולנו כעם צריכים לטפס אליו, כי האור קיים. הכיוון הוא תמיד למעלה, אל
Wow. So you're trying to paint this as a battle between light and darkness, huh? Gee, I feel like I've heard this rhetoric before from another expansionist, genocidal state.
There is a list.
I'm talking about the Nazis.
אזרחי ישראל, אחיי ואחיותיי היקרים, הניצחון הוא האור. הניצחון מבטיח את הנצח. ה-7 באוקטובר יסמל לדורות את מחיר תקומתנו, והוא יבטא לדורות את גודל נחישותנו ואת עוצמת רוחנו. יחד נמשיך להילחם, ויחד, בעזרת השם, ננצח. עם ישראל חי.
Ugh, oh god, damn it. They always get you at the end, don't they? Oh, right in my eye. Chai. Dude, do they have to hawk Tua in my eye? They all have chovid.
Nixon ordered Cambodian genocide. Clinton sent cruise missiles to Sudan, people died. Obama gave the orders to do drone strikes.